Let me get this straight. I rarely, if ever, cover shooters on this channel. However, there's quite a few shooters that I like or will even play casually now and then. CSGO, as for many people, was one of those games. Again, I've never played CSGO competitively, but I did have a habit where I would boot it up just to zone out to some games of arms race. That was my favorite mode, so at this point, you might be able to figure out where this video is going, if the title didn't give it away already. The other day, my friend asked when I was going to be downloading Counter-Strike 2. Now, I knew this game was on its way, but it was a bit of a surprise to find out that it was already available for the general public. So, as any casual like me would do, I went to the Steam storefront to add the game to my library. To my surprise, the game was already in my library, and that's when I had a sinking feeling. CSGO didn't exist in my library anymore. Instead, it was replaced by Counter-Strike 2. At this point, I was mildly infuriated to see that all my achievements from CSGO were just wiped from existence so they could make way for a single pathetic achievement, but I was still pretty chill about it at this point. It wouldn't take long for that to change. One of the first major issues my friends and I realized was that lower-end users are just kind of fucked. Sure, it's not very surprising that my friend's potato laptop can't run Counter-Strike 2 very well, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even want to play it, but holy shit do I feel bad for lower-end users that suddenly have Counter-Strike basically taken away from them. Of course, you can still technically play CSGO, but it's clear that Valve isn't going to show it any kind of support from now on. They want it as dead as possible. Of course, some say this is a good thing because it doesn't split the player base or whatever, but come on, if any other company besides Valve pulled this shit, people would be furious, and rightfully so. Overwatch 2. It would be much less of an issue if Counter-Strike 2 actually felt like a huge overhaul of CSGO, but it also has a lot less content than CSGO. Imagine if you had to update Melty Blood Actors Again current code to play Type Lumina. I'd really, really hate that. That's basically what Valve has done with Counter-Strike 2. I don't necessarily hate CS2 itself, but I do hate its launch. It has reminded me why I tend to avoid live service games like the plague. If you're having fun, don't let me stop you. However, it just doesn't sit right with me that Valve unceremoniously killed one of its most popular games ever simply to get people to play the new thing. That just communicates to me that you know that your new game isn't worth playing over the old one. I get it. CSGO would eventually have to come to an end. It relies on an old engine that must make the game a pain in the ass to maintain as the years go on. Eventually, Counter-Strike 2's content should match up with that of CSGO's. That being said, for the time being, I think I'd rather just not play the game if it's still this blatantly unfinished. In fact, CS Source is looking quite appealing to download right now, as that game takes up a lot less space on my SSD. Anyway, that about ends my rant. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get back into more of a routine with making videos, so I hope to be uploading more frequently now. I'm currently working on a video review for Lies of P, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching.